Thank you, Mr. Chair, for holding this important hearing. There is zero doubt that the Ivy League institutions behave in a anti-competitive manner. In fact, if you look at their pricing and value and marketing model, it looks very similar to some famous jewel companies and how they control the supply of diamonds and inflate what is a commodity into a precious item of limited scarcity. But I do believe that American higher education is a gem of American society. What it does for research, social mobility, and overall aid to our economy is extremely important. Unfortunately, it's a gem that has been thrust into the mud largely by Democratic leadership. And Democrats are great if you're a college administrator and want to see your salary increase or your job supply increase. They're terrible if you're a college student and you don't want to see your debt levels increase. The right price for college should be the price at which a student can get through with zero debt. College should be priced at the level you can work a part-time job or a summer job. And the problem with an 18-year-old is they don't know the difference between $6,000 in debt or $60,000 in debt. They've never had a job and had to pay it back. So what this body should be doing is how do we create an environment where all students can get through school with no debt. When I was in our state Senate, as Republicans, when we took control in the state Senate, we actually dropped the price of college tuition 20% in Washington state under Republican leadership because we were working for the middle class. I've had the experience of going to a big state school, Washington State University, where my father was a professor. I spent a year as a teacher at Catholic University of Mozambique, teaching war refugees. I was a teaching fellow at Harvard when I did my master's there, and I was on short-term on the faculty at Sciences Po University in Paris, which is kind of the Harvard of France. And across all those experiences, what I saw is that the amount of growth in administrators in American universities is simply out of control. When you go to Sciences Po, there's no diversity deans, student housing deans, student welfare deans. There is simply this reliance on college students to behave as adults and figure stuff out for themselves. In doing that, they're able to provide college at a much, much lower level. So what this body needs to do is to figure out ways to get out all the BS out of higher education, get back to basics, and create mechanisms to bring costs down. Now, I do want to touch on this issue of the Ivy Leagues and Harvard specifically, which does have some real problems. When I went to Harvard, there was a lack of viewpoint diversity. We used to call the Republican club the phone booth club because there were so few of us we could fit in a phone booth. Now I make that joke, and a lot of students don't even know what a phone booth is. But in any event, the solution to this is just to make these universities reflective of American society. It's like Noah's Ark. Just increase access and viewpoint diversity. This shouldn't be hard, except the fact the far left does not want to give up its stranglehold on America's most elite universities, but this is going to happen. Secondly, there is a problem with the Chinese government and foreign institutions utilizing America's most elite universities. When I went to Harvard, there was sort of a small-scale scandal that they refused to fly the flag of Taiwan at that time. And in fact, we have some important legislation here in this body in the Deterrent Act, which we passed out of the House, that would illuminate how much foreign influence is going on in college campuses from places like China. And even today, Harvard resists implementing that bill. I'd like to enter for the record this column, this newspaper article that Harvard has trained so many Chinese communist officials, they call it their party school. So there very much is a problem of China.
Without objection.
These universities, if I could enter this in the record. Thank you, Mr. Chair. And finally, I just want to thank all the panelists for fighting this antitrust issue. But as we think about these issues, we all need to realize that college enrollment is about to go off a cliff due to demographic changes in America. We have a silver tsunami of older Americans, and we have a dwindling, rapidly supply of college students because of demographic factors in terms of birth rates and also the cost. So this anti-competitive behavior will likely become worse in coming years as the total market for college students reduces. With that, I yield back.